Boy vanished in 1991 at his birthday party. 10 years later, Mom finds this at a yard sale. He was 7 years old. The candles were still burning. His laughter still echoed through the backyard. And then just like that, he was gone. No scream, no struggle, no trace. 10 years later, a dusty yard sale in a town she'd never visited held the only clue she'd ever find. A plastic recorder with her son's voice still trapped inside. Kids playing in a sunlit backyard. July 15th, 1991, Maple Hollow, Ohio. The kind of quiet town where families left their doors unlocked and kids rode bikes until the streetlights came on. That morning, Rebecca Nolan baked 2 cakes, chocolate and vanilla, because her son Tyler could never decide on just one flavor. He had just turned 7. The Nolans' backyard was filled with giggling children, balloons strung between trees, and a bouncy castle deflating in the summer heat. Parents stood around sipping lemonade and talking about work, while Tyler ran barefoot across the grass, his red baseball cap flipped backward, and a toy cassette recorder hanging from his shoulder. That recorder, it was his favorite gift that year. He'd press record and capture everything, his own songs, his friends' jokes, even a silly birthday news report he made earlier that morning. Reporting live from Maple Hollow, it's Tyler Nolan's big day. Rebecca remembered laughing. Around 2:43 p.m., someone called her inside to help carry out more snacks. She left Tyler next to the gift table, recording himself unwrapping a toy fire truck. She was gone for 4 minutes. When she came back, her son had vanished. Tyler was not the kind of kid who wandered. He was cautious, imaginative, but never reckless. Rebecca's scream was heard halfway down the block. Within the hour, dozens of neighbors joined the search. There were no signs of struggle, no broken fence, no screams, no muddy footprints. It was as if he had evaporated into the humid Ohio air. The media frenzy began immediately. Boy vanishes at birthday party. No leads in Tyler Nolan disappearance. Rebecca and her husband Daniel pleaded on national television, holding up photos and the tiny red cap Tyler always wore. But days passed, then weeks, then months. Divers swept nearby lakes. Helicopters circled forests. Psychics were called. A known offender's house was searched. Nothing. No scent. No fibers. No ransom. Just nothing. By Christmas, Guard privately admitted what Rebecca already feared. The case was going cold. A dim living room. Christmas lights still up in March. Rebecca pressing play on Tyler's recorder. Rebecca couldn't stop replaying that afternoon in her head. Had she looked away too long? Did someone lure him? Was it someone they knew? Daniel withdrew. Their marriage fractured beneath the pressure of unanswered questions. By the time Tyler would have turned 9, Rebecca was living alone in a small apartment, surrounded by unopened boxes labeled Tyler's room. The only thing she kept close was that old cassette player. Not Tyler's, the one he vanished with, was never recovered. This was just an old one from the house. Every night, she'd sit and listen to old recordings. His voice was the only thing she had left, a ghost in magnetic tape. And in time, she began visiting yard sales. Not for Tyler, she told herself, but for distractions, for something familiar, for anything that felt close to him. But something inside her hoped just maybe. A yard sale in Clearview, Ohio. A slow pan across tables of broken toys, tarnished jewelry, forgotten memories. July 14th, 2001, 10 years and 1 day since Tyler disappeared. Rebecca was driving through Clearview, a rural town she'd never visited before. On a whim, she pulled over at a church-sponsored yard sale. Tables stretched across the grass, shaded by pop-up tents. A girl with braces was selling lemonade for 25 cents. It felt strange, like time had folded in on itself. That's when she saw it. A cheap plastic cassette recorder, blue casing, worn edges, familiar buttons, faded stickers, and on the back a red letter T, peeled and cracked, but still there. Her knees buckled. She bought it for $1. Her parked car, crickets chirp outside. She loads new batteries, presses play, and waits. Hey, it's my birthday! Tyler reporting live from Maple Hollow. Mom, I'm gonna beat Eric in the race. Watch this. More laughter, then a faint, chilling voice. Tyler, over here. Come with me. Silent. Then footsteps. Tyler's breathing quickens. The tape cuts out. Rebecca couldn't move. The sound of her son's voice. After all those years, it wasn't just memory, it was proof. Proof he had been alive after he disappeared, and that someone had been with him. She brought it to the guard the next day. They almost dismissed her until forensic audio analysis isolated the background. Trains, birds, a strange buzzing hum, and that voice, male with a distinct rasp. They matched the train pattern to an old freight route that passed through a now-defunct compound in rural Pennsylvania. A compound linked to a man who had vanished in 1997 after fleeing another investigation. Companies popular. Guard raid. Officers open a trap door in a barn floor. Underground rooms, children's drawings. The truth. The farm belonged to Martin Gray, a former traveling carnival worker who lost custody of his children in the 80s. Over the next 2 decades, children in multiple states had gone missing under eerily similar circumstances. Birthdays, fairs, public gatherings. Inside the compound, signs of habitation. Child-sized furniture, journals, birthday photos, wall markings like growth charts, and in a rotting cardboard box photographs. One of them was labeled TN, age 10. A boy in a red cap, holding a recorder, smiling, but the smile didn't reach his eyes. It was Tyler. He had lived for at least 5 more years, then nothing. Martin Gray claimed the others were given new lives. He refused to name where, claimed Tyler wanted to leave. He was sentenced to life. But Tyler was never found. Rebecca sitting at her kitchen table, the recorder in her hands, candles flickering around her. Rebecca doesn't know if her son is alive, but she knows he didn't just vanish into thin air. He was taken, held, moved, and for a while, he had birthdays again. He recorded himself. He laughed. He hoped. And maybe, just maybe, he's still out there. Every year, Rebecca returns to that same yard sale in Clearview. Not because she expects to find him, but because that town, that day, gave her the only thing the world refused to give, a trace. Sometimes, the answers we seek, they bring more questions, more silence, more ache. But sometimes they bring one thing no parent can live without. Truth, even if it's whispered through a plastic toy at the back of a yard sale. For Tyler Nolan and the children who disappear without a sound. Subscribe to Vanished Stories for more haunting true tales the world must not forget.